Welcome to the jungle gym of laughs. Today, we're diving into the wild world of chimpanzees, our hilarious, clever, and surprisingly relatable cousins. Get ready for fun facts, monkey business, and a whole lot of laughs. Hit like, subscribe, and let's swing into the adventure. This video was requested by Grandpop's sweet wife, Linda. Thank you for all you do to help all of us at WiseHooterLearning. Love you always. You are very appreciated. Shout out to Linda. Everyone at WiseHooterLearning thinks you're the best. Did you know chimpanzees share about 98% of their DNA with humans? That's right, 98%. We're practically twins, separated by a few million years and a love for pants. This close connection explains their complex emotions, problem solving, and why scientists study them to learn about us. Next time you see a chimp, give them a nod. Hey, cousin. Now, speaking of family reunions, can you imagine if chimps actually went to our family reunions? Forget awkward small talk with Aunt Mildred about her cats. You'd have Uncle Chimpo swinging from the coat rack, demanding more banana bread, and probably trying to start a grooming chain with your great-grandma. It would be chaos. Beautiful, hilarious, slightly terrifying chaos. Who invited the guy who keeps trying to communicate by hooting and chest pounding during the toast? Oh, that's just second cousin Bobo. He's 98% us, remember? Pass him the dip, he looks hungry. The conversations would be amazing. So, Chimpington, still in the termite fishing business. How's the market? And he'd just stare at you, then maybe try to steal your watch. It'd be like that one relative who everyone's a little scared of but also secretly finds the most entertaining. You know the one. They tell the wildest stories, they have no filter, and they always make a beeline for the shrimp cocktail. Chimps would be the life of the party, until they started rearranging the furniture to build a nest in the living room. Then it might be time to gently suggest they call an Uber, a very large, reinforced Uber, and think about the family photos. Okay, everyone, squeeze in. Uncle Chester, could you maybe not fling your poo for this one shot? Just one. Awesome, thanks. You'd have half the family smiling awkwardly, the other half trying to interpret a series of complex grunts and gestures, and the chimps just photobombing everyone with perfect comedic timing. They'd probably be better at posing than most of us, to be honest. They've got that natural charisma, but I just climbed a 100-foot tree, and I'm not even out of breath kind of swagger. We could learn a thing or two. It really puts things in perspective, doesn't it? That 98% similarity means we're not so different after all. We all want food, shelter, good company, and maybe someone to scratch that one spot on our back we can't quite reach. So, while they might not be showing up to your next potluck, probably for the best, they're notoriously bad at bringing a side dish. It's a fun way to think about our connection to these incredible animals. We're all just a few genetic tweaks away from being each other. Now, if you'll excuse me, I suddenly have an urge to find a really tall tree and take a nap. Must be the 98% kicking in. Alright, moving on to fact number 2. This is fantastic. Chimpanzees use tools. And not just any tools, they use things like sticks to fish for termites. I mean, come on, that's incredible. These guys are out in the wild, no hardware store, no instruction manual, just pure, unadulterated genius. They see a problem. Delicious termites. But they're deep in that mound and they find a solution. Aha, this stick looks promising. It's like the original season of MacGyver, but with more fur and a distinct lack of paper clips. Though give them time, they'll probably figure out paper clips too. Think about the ingenuity here. They have to select the right kind of stick. Not too thick, not too thin. Then they might modify it, strip off the leaves, maybe even fray the end a bit to make it more effective. This isn't just random poking. This is calculated, skilled work. They're like the original DIY experts, the pioneers of do-it-yourself pest control and snacking. While we're struggling to assemble flat-pack furniture with a tiny Allen wrench and instructions written in ancient hieroglyphics, these chimps are out there crafting bespoke termite extraction devices. It's humbling, really. I can barely open a pickle jar some days. Imagine the chimp version of a home improvement show. Welcome back to Pimp My Termite Mound. Today, Chongo is going to show us his innovative technique for using a bent twig to access those hard-to-reach soldier termites. Look at that craftsmanship. They'd have their own little tool belts, probably woven from vines, with different size sticks for different termite species. Oh, you're going for the Macrotermes bellicosus? You'll want the 12-inch flexible reed for that, not the stubby acacia branch. Rookie mistake. It's a whole world of primate engineering we're just scratching the surface of. And it's not just about getting food, it's about culture too. Different chimp communities have different tool use traditions passed down from generation to generation. Some use stones to crack nuts, others use leaf sponges to drink water, which we'll get to later, spoiler alert. It's like finding out your neighbor has a secret, much cooler way to open beer bottles, using only a belt buckle and sheer willpower. These chimps are constantly innovating, constantly learning, constantly showing us that intelligence isn't just a human thing. They're out there living their best tool-wielding lives. And honestly, I'm a little jealous of their termite fishing skills. Looks delicious. Maybe not. You know, this whole tool use thing, it makes you wonder what else they're capable of. If they can master termite fishing with a twig, what's next? Are they going to start building tiny houses? Yeah, just finished my new bachelor pad in the fig tree. Got great morning light, excellent termite access, a bit of a fixer-upper, but the bones are good. They're basically the original contractors, figuring stuff out on the fly. No blueprints, no YouTube tutorials, just pure, unadulterated chimp ingenuity. They're probably looking at us with our power tools and thinking, amateurs. We did that with a rock and some patience. Forget Home Depot, it's all about Chimp Depot. Aisle 4 for your premium termite sticks. Nut-cracking stones in aisle 6, and don't forget our weekly special on extra absorbent leaf sponges. They'd have workshops, learn to fray your twig in 5 easy grunts, or advanced nest weaving for the discerning primate. I bet they even have their own celebrity chimp DIY gurus. And today on Chimp My Ride, we're upgrading this old branch into a state-of-the-art lounging platform, with special guest, Chimp Chip Gaines. It's a whole untapped market, people. Shark Tank, are you listening? And the precision involved. It's not just blindly jamming a stick into a hole. They know the right angle, the right depth, the right jiggle to entice those termites out. It's a delicate art form. It's like fly fishing, but instead of a beautiful, serene river, it's a giant dirt mound full of insects. And instead of a fancy rod, it's a stick they found on the ground 5 minutes ago. Still, a skill is a skill. I bet there are chimp fishing competitions. And the golden termite stick goes to Bobo for his record-breaking haul of 37 termites in under a minute. Look at that technique, folks. Flawless. This ability really sets them apart. It shows planning, foresight, and an understanding of cause and effect. They're not just reacting to their environment, they're actively shaping it to meet their needs. They see a resource, and they figure out how to get it. It's problem-solving at its most fundamental, and frankly, most impressive. So, next time you're fumbling with a can opener, just remember, a chimp could probably fashion a better one out of a bent spoon and some focused determination. They are the true masters of making it work with what you've got. Respect. Did you know chimpanzees can learn sign language and actually communicate with humans? It's incredible. These amazing animals can form sentences, express desires, and even crack a joke or two. It's a bridge between two worlds, built one sign at a time. They've got something to say and now they can say it. If chimps could spill the tea, imagine the gossip. They'd critique our fashion, laugh at our screen time, and demand organic fruit platters. No monkeys allowed, they're apes. The roots would play jungle music. And the interview? Epic. Biggest misconception? Not all chimps love bananas. Some prefer figs. Did you know chimpanzees laugh when they're tickled? Just like us, their giggles are real, breathy, joyful sounds during play. It's how they bond, learn, and connect, especially the young ones. Laughter isn't just human, it's a thread we share with our closest animal relatives. Who knew tickle fights were an interspecies pastime? Who would win the world's best tickle fight, humans or chimps? Imagine Team Human versus Team Chimp. Fur flying, giggles echoing, and everyone laughing too hard to continue. In the end, it's all about shared joy and laughter, bringing our worlds together in the most delightful way. Chimpanzee society is wilder than reality TV, full of drama, alliances, and power struggles. There's an alpha, rivalries, betrayals, and even scandals over hidden food. Their social lives mirror ours, just with more fur and a lot more action. It's like looking into a furry, leafy mirror of our own social worlds. If chimp society is full of politics and drama, it's basically begging to be a reality TV show. The Real House Chimps of the Congo. Imagine the taglines, the feuds, the confessionals. It would be the most talked about show on television, proving that when it comes to drama, humans might have met their match in the primate world. Alright, get this. This next fact is going to make you look at your own reflection a little differently, folks. So, chimpanzees, right? Our hairy, tree-swinging cousins. They can actually recognize themselves in mirrors. I know. My dog just barks at his reflection, thinks it's another dog who, frankly, looks a little shifty. But chimps? They see themselves. They're like, oh, hey, that's me. Looking good, champ. It's a pretty big deal in the animal kingdom. A sign of some serious brain power, you know? It's not just, hey, another chimp. It's, hey, my amazing chimp self. Think about it. That moment when a baby human finally figures out the baby in the mirror is them. It's a mind blower. For chimps, it's the same kind of whoa moment. They don't just see another primate staring back. They understand it's their own image. They might even use the mirror to check themselves out like we do. You know, making sure every hair is perfectly in place, or maybe perfectly out of place, depending on the chimp fashion that week. It's like they're getting ready for a big night out on the town, or, you know, a big day of finding the best figs in the jungle. And you just know, you absolutely know, the first thing they do is check their hair. Can you imagine? A chimp looks in the mirror and is like, whoa, is that a new silverback highlight? Or did I just sleep on it funny again? This humidity is a killer for my volume. They're probably thinking, does this branch make my butt look big? Or maybe they're practicing their intimidating faces, or their please give me a banana faces. I bet they spend more time in front of the mirror than some teenagers I know. It's pure gold, people. They might be checking for leftover termite bits in their teeth like, ugh, still got that antenna stuck from breakfast. So embarrassing. Or they're admiring their strong brow ridge thinking, yeah, still got it. Peak chimp right here. It's this level of self-awareness that's just fascinating. It means they have a concept of self, which is a pretty deep thought for an animal that also, you know, throws poop sometimes. But hey, nobody's perfect, right? Even if your reflection says you are. So this whole mirror thing, it's not just about looking good for the other chimps in the troop, though I'm sure that's part of it. It's about self-awareness. This is a huge indicator of intelligence, folks. It means they have a sense of their own body, their own identity. It's like they're the original supermodels of the jungle, striking a pose, checking their angles. Does my left side look better for foraging today, or my right? These are the important questions, clearly. They're not just seeing a chimp, they're seeing chimpness. And what else do they do with this newfound self-knowledge from the mirror? Well, scientists have seen them using mirrors to groom parts of their bodies they can't usually see. Smart, right? It's like having a personal grooming assistant that is also, conveniently, yourself. Or where that itch was, finally. They might be checking out a little scratch or a weird bump. It's practical. It's not all vanity, okay? Some of it is probably genuine self-care. We could all learn a thing or two, maybe. This ability to recognize oneself is linked to other complex cognitive skills, like empathy and understanding others' perspectives. If you know you exist, it's a shorter leap to understanding that others exist with their own thoughts and feelings, or at least that other chimps might also be judging your hair. It's a whole social dynamic that starts with that first glance in the mirror. Bartholomew is looking particularly well-groomed today. Must be trying to impress Matilda. Game on, Bartholomew, game on. So, are they judging their reflections? Oh, absolutely. I bet there's a chimp out there right now, looking in a puddle, thinking, you know, I really should lay off the fermented fruit, it's starting to show. Or maybe they're practicing their power stance for the next troop meeting. Who's the alpha? I'm the alpha. It's just another incredible thing that shows us how smart and complex these animals truly are. Next time you check your hair, give a little nod to your inner chimp. Okay, hold on to your bananas, folks, because this next one is a real head-scratcher in the best way possible. You know how we humans have unique fingerprints? Like, no two people have the exact same swirly patterns on their fingertips? Well, guess what? Chimpanzees have them too. I'm serious. Each chimp has its own distinct set of fingerprints. How wild is that? It's like they're all walking around with their own built-in ID cards. Yep, that's me. Chimp number 789. Pleased to meet you. Think about the implications. If a banana goes missing from the communal stash, they could, theoretically, dust for prints. Alright boys, let's get the forensic kit. Looks like a classic case of fruit filching. It's like a tiny, furry version of CSI Jungle Edition. You'd have Detective Chimp, probably with a little magnifying glass made from a dewdrop on a leaf, examining the scene. The perpetrator was clearly left-handed and had a penchant for overripe plantains. Elementary, my dear Watson. I mean, my dear bonobo. I'm just picturing a chimp detective, maybe wearing a tiny little trench coat fashioned from leaves and a fedora made from a hollowed-out gourd. He'd be grilling the other chimps. So where were you on the night the prize-winning termite mound was raided? Don't try to fool me. I can see the mud on your knuckles, and the other chimps are all looking shifty, avoiding eye contact. It wasn't me, I swear. I was, grooming my cousin. Yeah, that's it. The drama, the intrigue. Why do they even have unique fingerprints? Is it for better grip on those slippery tree branches? Or is it just one of nature's cool little coincidences, like finding a cloud that looks exactly like bananas? Scientists probably have theories, but I like to think it's so they can have really, really secure access to their secret banana stashes. Or maybe it's just so they can leave their mark, literally. Chimpanzee was here. It's another one of those amazing things that connects us to these incredible animals. So if we've got chimp detectives, what kind of cases are they solving in the jungle? The case of the mysteriously moved nesting materials, or the great fig heist of 23. I bet they have a whole precinct with a grizzled old chimp captain who's seen it all. This jungle's a tough place, rookie. You gotta keep your eyes peeled and your ears open, and try not to fling your evidence. It's a whole new genre of crime drama waiting to happen, people. I'd watch that show. Imagine the interrogation room. It's probably just a very specific branch. You've got good chimp cop offering comforting pats and a piece of fruit. It's okay, just tell us what you saw. We're here to help. And then bad chimp cop, who just screeches loudly and shakes the branch until the suspect confesses. Where were the mangoes hidden? Talk, or face the wrath of my very loud hooting. It's an effective technique, I'm sure. Probably gets results faster than some human interrogations I've seen on TV. And the lineup. All right, bring in the usual suspects. Number 1, step forward and demonstrate your signature branch swinging technique. Number 2, show us your most innocent grooming face. Number 3, why are you eating the evidence? It would be chaotic, but undeniably entertaining. I wonder if they have little chimp lawyers too, arguing passionately in a series of grunts and gestures. Objection. My client was merely admiring the termite mound, not consuming it. The courtroom drama would be intense, but all kidding aside, this shared trait of unique fingerprints is pretty remarkable. It's another little detail that highlights our close evolutionary relationship. From complex social structures to tool use, and now fingerprints, it's clear we're not so different after all. Except, they probably don't have to worry about forgetting their phone passwords. Their identity is literally at their fingertips. Smart, very smart. Maybe they can help me find my keys next. Alright folks, prepare to have your mind blown, because chimpanzees are not just strong and agile, they are seriously, seriously smart. We're talking excellent problem solvers here. These guys are like the Einsteins of the animal kingdom, if Einstein really, really liked bananas and swinging from trees. They don't just stumble upon solutions, they think things through, they innovate. They're like little furry engineers and strategists. It's incredible to watch them in action, really. Scientists love to give chimps these complex puzzle boxes, Like there's a delicious treat inside, but they have to figure out a series of steps to open it. And the chimps, they don't just give up and pout. They study it, they poke it, they try different tools. They're like, all right, human, you think you're clever with your little box? Challenge accepted. And more often than not, they figure it out. It's like they're running their own little chimp escape rooms, and they always win. I swear, if you put me in a room with a complex puzzle and a chimp in the room next to me with the same puzzle, the chimp would be out sipping a juice box while I'm still reading the instructions. Dude, Jimmy, the lever was under the red button the whole time. Did you even look for the red button? They'd probably pat me on the back sympathetically. It's okay, not everyone can be a primate super genius. It makes you wonder who's really outsmarting whom sometimes, doesn't it? And how do they get so good at this stuff? Is it all instinct? Nope. A lot of it is learned behavior, passed down from older chimps or figured out through good old-fashioned trial and error. They observe, they experiment, they remember what works. It's like they're constantly attending advanced problem-solving university with a minor in creative termite fishing. Their ability to adapt and overcome challenges is just astounding. They're not just surviving, they're thriving, using those big brains of theirs. And this problem-solving prowess isn't just limited to getting tasty snacks, oh no. Chimpanzees are also incredibly skilled at navigating complex social situations. Think about it, living in a big group with all those different personalities, alliances, and rivalries. That takes some serious social smarts. Figuring out who to befriend, who to avoid, how to climb that social ladder. It's like a never-ending game of primate politics, and they are masters of the game. They're solving social puzzles every single day. I bet a chimp could assemble IKEA furniture faster than any human. You know how we always end up with that one extra screw and a wobbly bookshelf? Chimps would have that thing built, sturdy as a rock, and probably would have found a way to make it dispense bananas too. They wouldn't even look at the instructions. They'd just intuit the whole thing. This flat-packed nightmare, please. I build a new architecturally sound nest every single night. This is child's play. Imagine giving a chimp a Rubik's Cube. They'd probably look at it, turn it a few times, then decide the real problem is why there isn't a peanut hidden inside. Then they'd try to pry it open, or if you gave them your tax forms, they'd probably do the smartest thing possible, use them for bedding or fling them at the nearest authority figure. Honestly, sometimes I think their solutions to human problems are way more efficient. This internet down problem. Have you tried hitting the magic box with a stick? Works for termites. Seriously though, their cognitive abilities are truly something to marvel at. They are constantly observing, learning and adapting to their environment in ways that are both ingenious and fascinating. It makes you really appreciate the intelligence that exists in the natural world. These aren't just animals going about their day. They're thinking, feeling, problem-solving beings. You've got to respect the brain power. Now, if only they could teach us how to find the TV remote every single time. That's a problem I need solving. Chimpanzees are the OG environmentalists. While we carry reusable bottles, they use leaves as sponges, chewing them up, dipping them in water and sipping away. No waste, no fuss, just pure nature. Honestly, I'm a little jealous. We could learn a thing or two from these amazing creatures. Chimpanzees using leaves as sponges is pure genius. Real tool use, not just random animal behavior. They see a problem, like hard-to-reach water, and solve it with natural materials. It's social learning too. Young chimps watch and learn from elders, passing down this leafy know-how. True masters of natural innovation. Alright, hold on to your party hats, folks, because this next chimp fact is a real milestone. We're talking about lifespan here. How long do you think a chimpanzee can live in the wild? 20 years? 30? Get ready for it. Chimpanzees can live up to 50 years in the wild. 50, that's half a century. Can you believe that? That's longer than some celebrity marriages, am I right? Too soon? Okay, moving on. But seriously, 50 years swinging through trees, munching on fruit, and generally being awesome. That's a pretty good run if you ask me. Think about what a chimp sees and experiences in 50 years. They see seasons change 50 times. They see new members born into the troop. They see alliances shift. They probably even see different troop leaders rise and fall. That's a whole lot of jungle drama and excitement packed into one lifetime. Imagine the stories a 50-year-old chimp could tell. Back in my day, the figs were sweeter, and we had to walk uphill both ways in the canopy to get to the good termite mounds. They're like the wise old sages of the forest, full of knowledge and probably a few good grooming tips. It's quite an achievement to navigate the challenges of the wild for that long. And you know what 50 years means, right? It means they get to have a big birthday party. Imagine a chimp's 50th. The whole troop would be there, of course. They'd probably have a giant cake made of mashed bananas and figs, maybe with a couple of crunchy beetle sprinkles on top for decoration. The younger chimps would be running around super excited, probably trying to steal frosting when no one's looking. And instead of happy birthday, they'd all be hooting and panting in celebration. Hoo 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 for old man Grumbles. He made it to the big 5-0. It'd be a wild party, literally. Then there's the presents. What do you get a chimp who's turning 50? A lifetime supply of premium termite fishing sticks, a new extra comfy branch for napping, maybe a subscription to 8RP magazine. They'd probably have a roast, you know, where all the other chimps tell funny stories. Remember that time Grumbles tried to impress that female by swinging on a rotten vine? Good times. Good times. It's just amazing to think about these long, rich lives they lead out there. 50 years is a testament to their resilience, their intelligence, and their strong social bonds. They're not just surviving, they're living full, fascinating lives. So, a chimp hits the big 5-0. What does that really mean in chimp society? Well, for starters, it means they've accumulated a massive amount of knowledge. Think about it. 50 years of observing weather patterns, knowing where the best fruit trees are in every season, understanding the complex social dynamics of their troop, and probably having a PhD in termite extraction. These aren't just old chimps. They're living libraries of jungle lore. They're the ones who remember the Great Drought of '98 or the year the fig bonanza was truly epic. This experience is invaluable to the survival and success of the entire group. Younger chimps probably look up to these elders with a mixture of awe and respect. They're the ones who've seen it all, done it all, and probably have the scars to prove it. If a young chimp is having trouble, say, cracking a particularly tough nut, who do they go to? The 50-year-old veteran who's been cracking nuts since before that youngster was even a twinkle in his mama chimp's eye. These old-timers are the keepers of tradition, the mentors, the ones who guide the next generation. It's like having a wise, furry grandpa who always knows what to do and probably smells faintly of damp leaves and wisdom. And let's be honest, surviving for 50 years in the wild is no small feat. There are predators, there's competition for resources, there are illnesses. To make it that long, a chimp has to be smart, adaptable, and probably a little bit lucky. They've learned how to navigate dangers, how to find food when it's scarce, and how to maintain their position within the troop's hierarchy. That kind of resilience earns respect. They're not just taking up space, they're contributing their wisdom and experience, making the whole group stronger. It's a natural system that values the contributions of its most seasoned members. If I made it to 50 in the wild, I'd probably be complaining constantly. Where's the remote? Why is this branch so uncomfortable? Are these termites gluten-free? But these chimps, they handle it with grace and a lifetime of jungle know-how. They're a reminder that age can bring wisdom, and that experience is a powerful teacher. So here's to the chimp elders, the 50-year veterans of the forest, holding it down and schooling the young'uns. They're the true MVPs, most valuable primates of their communities, and they deserve all the ripe fruit and comfy nesting spots they can get. Think humans are the only ones with culture? Think again. Chimps have their own customs, unique tool use, grooming styles, and even local traditions passed down through generations. Each community has its own style, just like us. Chimp culture is real. Chimp cultures start with one clever chimp, an innovator, who invents a new way to do something. Others watch, learn, and copy, creating unique group traditions. These behaviors shape their social identity, making each community distinct. It's a living tapestry of intelligence, adaptation, and culture, just like us in the most surprising ways. Chimpanzee faces are pure drama. Think Oscar-worthy performances all in the wild. Their expressions show joy, anger, surprise, and more. No script needed. It's like a silent film, but with more fur and better snacks. If there were chimp Oscars, the red carpet would be a vine, and the awards, golden bananas. Chimpanzee facial expressions aren't just for show, they're vital for social life, like a secret code. Every twitch or glance means something, helping chimps navigate friendships, rivalries, and group drama. Next time you see a chimp, look closely. You might just spot a whole conversation written on their face. We all picture chimps munching bananas, right? But get this, they sometimes hunt and eat meat. That means monkeys, small antelopes, even birds. It's a jungle out there. Chimps strategize and cooperate, showing they're not just fruit lovers, but clever hunters too. Makes you see them in a whole new light, doesn't it? Chimps don't just wait for dinner to fall from the trees. They hunt in teams, using strategy and teamwork, like a jungle ballet, but with more suspense. When the hunt's a success, it's a big deal, full of excitement, sharing, and sometimes a little squabbling. So, bananas, you're still a favorite, but chimps love variety. They're smart, social, and always surprising. Did you know chimpanzees build brand new nests in trees every night? That's right, custom, comfy beds, high in the canopy. They carefully weave branches and line them with soft leaves, like little jungle architects. It's not just for comfort. These nests keep them safe from predators, and the skill is passed down through generations. Chimp cribs, the original high-rise, all natural, no mortgage. As dusk settles, chimps head up to their treetop suites, each building a new nest from scratch every night. It's a nightly engineering challenge, with etiquette, skill, and even a little bartering for the best spots. No memory foam, just nature's ingenuity. Next time you make your bed, remember, chimps do it better. Chimps are smart, funny, and so much like us, our closest living relatives. But their forests are disappearing, and they're endangered. Losing them would be like losing a part of ourselves. Let's help our chimp cousins, so they can keep being their awesome chimpy selves. It's easy to feel overwhelmed, but every little bit helps. Support conservation groups, spread awareness, and let's make chimps as famous as Aunt Carol's 7-layer dip. Together we can protect chimps, their forests, and their bananas. Let's be the generation that says, "Not on our watch." Now it's time for one last shout out from Tester, Evaluator and Grandpop at WiseHooterLearning to Gajendra Singh, Kiran Rajasthani Pajan, Diablo Ski, Alan Cranford, Slashy Girl 66, Abdur Rahman, Scrubbled Rania, and of course our dear friend Sam Koski of California. We appreciate you all and all of our 14,761 subscribers. That's a wrap on our wild chimpanzee adventure. From their 98% DNA match with us, to their hilarious antics and clever tool use, chimps are the true MVPs of the animal kingdom. Thanks for joining us. Stay curious, keep laughing, and see you next time.
Thank you for watching a WiseHooterLearning video. If you would like a shout out at the end of a future video, please have your first name emailed to WiseHooterLearning@yahoo.com.